everyone's going to know my vagina story at school now.
Yeah.
School pickup.
But you know what? You know what?
You got a donut hanging out of your vagina?
Like, I had a donut too.
Luke,
Give me a mirror. I love that.
Yeah.
Gastro. Survival is the first word I think of. We just had a recent bout and it's brutal.
Yeah.
It's a war zone.
Hydrolyte Isopol is my word, I would say. Like, just at least it's something the kids can sit there and suck on.
Yeah.
And they're happy. They think it's an
And
ice
always
cream.
have them stocked in your freezer.
Yeah.
Always. Because you never know when it's going to hit you.
Yeah. And you can't just
Yeah.
nip to the shops when gastro strikes.
Yeah. Have those stocked up. My word would be towels.
Yeah.
Cover your entire house with
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
The beds.
The couches, the floors, the beds, towels, everywhere.
Yeah.
And keep them there for a while, because just when you think someone's gotten over the gastro, someone else is going to get it and it's going to be on your carpet.
Yeah.
And good luck with that.
Someone told me a tip about
So
putting
gross.
2 mattress protectors on.
Oh, that's
So
a good
and
idea.
a second sheet underneath.
Or
so
a towel in between.
Oh, a towel, yeah.
All about the towels.
Yeah.
In between everything.
the towel family.
Yeah, the towel family.
There's nothing worse when they come in the night and they've like thrown up everywhere, or there's like poo everywhere, and just so tired. It's the last thing you want to deal with.
It's just
And
the
they
worst.
are so upset.
Yeah.
Like, it upsets them so much when they're throwing up. It's the worst thing to watch.
And they get so lethargic.
Oh,
Like
I mean, that's a plus.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, for boys anyway.
I know the other week I'd never seen my little girl sleep during the day.
Cuddly.
Like that.
That's nice.
Never.
That's a
She's
bonus.
just asleep on the
Bad
couch
that we
watching
enjoy.
TV. She's never done that before in her life.
Yeah, Easton. That was
Yeah.
it was so bad when he had it, but I was like, oh,
Slowed him down.
he's so quiet.
Yeah. Cuddly.
Yeah.
Mother's guilt. Relentless.
Ebbs and flows.
Warning. There's no warning of mother's guilt before you become a mum, I think, and it was a shock to me that it was something so constant.
Yeah. And even if someone had warned you about it, you wouldn't know.
Understand it.
It's like so many things with motherhood. You can't comprehend it until you're experiencing it.
What was your first mother's guilt?
Gosh, I can't remember.
Breastfeeding?
Breastfeeding.
Oh,
for sure.
yeah, might have been breastfeeding. I had a horrible time breastfeeding, and yeah, there was definitely guilt there, and I kept on going and going and trying because of the pressure that kind of everyone puts on you, and yeah, I felt guilty that I couldn't feed my baby.
That ideal
properly.
that it's just so easy and natural and beautiful,
Oh my
and you'll just be like in a meadow feeding your baby with like a soft muslin draped over you, but
no.
it's not like that.
No.
That was not. Yeah, that was not the case for me.
No.
Yeah, but mother's guilt for me is, at the moment, I've just gone back into working, and just yesterday I worked a full day. I left the house at 7:30. I got home at 5:30, and I felt guilty that I hadn't seen or spent time with the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like just weighs on you. I feel like every day in a different way.
Yeah.
You have this like guilty pit in your stomach at some point. It's a horrible feeling.
Yeah.
I think that's what I mean about ebbs and flows. Some days I'll be feeling so content and I'm doing all the right things, and I'll be happy to leave them for a few hours and go do something for myself. And other days you just leave, like you said yesterday, and you're just racked with guilt. Oh my God, should I be doing this? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think mine has always been work. Like, put my kids in daycare 4 days a week at 12 months, and Hendrix is about to go 5 days a week, and he's just about to turn 3. And I feel bad because, you know, I'm not staying at home and spending all that time with the kids, but at the same time, I know that they're doing a lot of things that I probably wouldn't be doing at home, and that interaction with other children
good
is
for
so
them.
good. All the arts and crafts and everything like that.
Stuff that you wouldn't do at home. You don't want to get out the paints every day.
But then also it's like after you get home from work and you're rushing around doing dinner and cleaning the house, and Hendrix will go, "Mummy, come play with me." And I'm like, oh, heartbroken.
Yeah, I know.
Or like the one that gets me the most, I would say, if Marley's like, "Mummy, put down your phone," and I'm just like, down, reality check, tune back in.
That one really draws you back into line when a 3-year-old is like, "Put your phone down."
Yeah, Mummy, you've always got
That's
your phone.
guilt,
And
right?
it's like,
You're
they
like
don't want to be
instant.
looking at
Yeah.
phones.
Having some rules in place you know, I put my phone away from this X time to X time. Or I think that's helpful.
I think that's really important.
The whole family being like on that, mum and dad together, or whoever's at home, you know.
Yeah. I think that's so important. And that excuse of like, oh, I need my phone around for in case there's an emergency or whatever. Well, you can set up those. I put it on Do Not Disturb when I have my family.
Yeah, if I'm
just as so they can get through if they need to, if they call twice or for whatever reason. And it's really important to do.
I think I read something the other day. It was like if you have 15 minutes a day of like total presence with your children, you notice a difference.
That's all they need. Is 15 minutes.
And I notice like Marley's attitude and behaviour. She wants that attention all the time. If she's not getting it, like especially if Luke and I are there, she'll play out because we're not giving her the attention.
Oh my goodness.
But the moment she's like, it's either one-on-one time with us or I'm actually sitting there doing something with her, her attitude completely changes and she's such a happier child.
Yeah. It's true, but it's hard to find. It sounds so stupid. But like
15 minutes.
15 minutes, you think, oh, that should be so easy. But between, like I got
you've got a full day of work, school,
dinners and baths and bed, and it's just like...
And multiple children sort of like playing off each other. I get guilt about not spending enough attention with one or the other because I've only got one set of hands and Hazel definitely acts out when I'm giving Alfie his bottle or feeding him, and I'm sort of... You know, the guilt plays on you, but you can only do what you can do.
Marley said to me the other day, Mummy, you love Hendrix more than you love me.
Oh, muffin.
And it's just like, that
guilt.
breaks my heart. The guilt.
It's like no, that's not true.
It's relentless.
And I have to explain to her, and it's so hard for her to understand that his
needs are...
And you know what? I probably...
greater.
He just, you know, milks it as much as possible. Like, if I'm cuddling Marley, he'll get upset and come like, Mummy cuddle, Mummy cuddle. But he does need my attention more.
Yeah.
He's 3 and he probably doesn't need to be spoon-fed like he makes me. But in saying that, like, it does give you a reality check and it does break your heart and you do feel the guilt. And you're like, I said to Luke, you know, today I'll go take out Marley and we'll go have a girls' day of getting our nails done and going to sushi train and doing the things she loves. Like, you just have to...
Yeah,
but it's relentless.
I find myself doing that with Zimmy, my oldest.
Yeah.
Because Easton just milks everything.
Wants your attention all the time.
Yeah. And then Summer's only 1, so I'm constantly giving them all my attention. And Zimmy, in a way, gets forgotten about. And she's so mature and she just gets on with it. And then
you think they're fine.
That guilt.
You think, oh, they are older, they can just
but
deal with it.
But they're still only little. They're still such
I don't want to give my child
I know.
trauma.
I think I've definitely started to have guilt about expecting too much from my toddler. I mean, she's only 3, but because she's developing so quickly and showing such rapid advances, I'm starting to expect too much. It's like,
independence.
Oh no, you actually can't dress yourself and like those kind of things.
We have to remind ourselves
that they are so little.
With Zimmy, where like she is only 7. She does so well being a big sister and the oldest in the siblings. But you've got to take that time out with them. I think the oldest especially. All little things. Explaining emotions to your children. What is the best way to do this? First word I think of would be honesty. They do see you having a range of emotions. It's normal, everyday life. You know, you don't want them to see the bad and the ugly, but sometimes they're going to. And I don't know, for me, I think it's mostly with Zimmy, my oldest, but explaining that to her in terms that she understands.
Yeah, my word is actually age appropriate. So it's sort of about, you know, being transparent with them and explaining it in a way that they will understand. I think like replaying situations where they might have felt angry or sad, and that's why Mummy is feeling angry or sad as well.
The other day I was in the kitchen and I was having a very rough day with the kids by myself. And they were just not listening, and I just broke down in tears in front of Marley, and she's 6, so she kind of was like, first time seeing Mum cry, she was kind of just like thrown back. And I just like burst into tears, and I went to the bathroom just to regroup myself, close the door, and was just like breathing. And next minute she comes in and she drew a picture of a rainbow and put it underneath the door. And I was just like, heartbroken.
Guilt.
Guilt.
Guilt again.
Guilt kicking in. And I came out to her and I said, because I always explain to her, it's okay to feel angry, it's okay to feel sad, like let your emotions out. And I said, Mummy was having a tough day and it's okay for Mummy to cry when she's sad, isn't it? And she was like, yeah. And I go, Mummies have bad days sometimes. And for the rest of the day, she was like this poor little absolute angel, like, can't you just go hug Mummy? Or like, we've got to go bath time.
So
but
sweet.
it obviously, I think that, you know, it's good to express your emotion in front of the children, unless it's, you know, all the time it gets to a point where it's worrying them or concerning them, then maybe it's not so healthy.
Yeah.
Because you want them to think that your parents are in a good, happy space.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're babies or little children. They need to be protected and sheltered from some things, obviously.
Feel
but
safe. Feel safe.
And secure and all those important sort of attachment kind of feelings. But it is okay to get upset. I mean,
that's how they learn.
They have tantrums.
Yeah.
Don't we know it? Oh, this is a big one. Being a role model versus being an honest and open mum in this day and age in relation to cosmetics and cosmetics procedures.
It's a hard one.
I would say honesty.
Yeah, I think it's probably quite circumstantial.
Timing.
Yeah. I mean, my only experience with that is when my 3-year-old little girl is asking why I'm putting makeup on and if she can put makeup on too. And I said, no. She asked why. I said, because Mummy, you're beautiful. You don't need it.
You don't need it.
And she said, Mummy, not beautiful? And I was like, well, I'm tired.
Mummy's a bit tired.
Because you want her to know that
but
you
I don't want to
respect
say,
yourself as well, and you don't have any...
It's such dangerous language in a way,
but
but it's so built into us that we don't know that we're doing it.
Yeah.
So, you know, I let her use my little brush and brush a little
fun.
bit on, but it's not really anything
Yeah.
on there. But yeah, that language is really difficult. And it's probably, that's what I mean, it's sort of circumstantial because it's not something I've had to hugely address yet. She's not been exposed to much else. She's still quite little.
Yeah.
What about you guys? What do you think?
I've been stuck in the makeup area as well, and Zim's
a bit older.
7. And I'm the same. I give her my like bronzer brush and she kind of just has some fun with it. But she's like, why do you get to put on that every day? And I'm like, Mum's haggard. I kind of get stuck on my words when she's asking me. I'm like, you go get ready for school. I've just got to, you know, like I don't actually really know what to say in that moment.
Hard.
So it's kind of a difficult one.
All the lotions and potions.
Yeah, she's like, what is this?
I just give her SPF.
I breastfed for 3 years. My boobs were no longer where they used to be. So I had a breast lift, and I knew like Marley was 5 at the time. Hendrix was 2. He didn't know what was going on, but I couldn't, recovery, I couldn't lift him for 8 weeks.
No.
And going into the surgery, I knew that Marley was going to be asking questions as to why I was like in bed, why I was staying in hospital, why I had bandages on me.
Yeah.
So I said that, well, she used to always say, Mummy, you got very long boobs. And
long.
Like one of those monkeys at the zoo.
Long. I didn't look like an orangutan.
It was long boobs.
I know, that's what I'm thinking of you just with these, like,
probably
long.
not far from. Anyway,
women have it hard, God.
So before I went in, I said, after breastfeeding, Mummy's boobies got broken and the doctor is going to fix them.
Yeah,
And so I came back and showed her the bandages, and she understood, like she was helping Mummy. And every time Hendrix was like, "Oh, Mummy," I was like, "No, sore boobies," and I'd show him the bandages. It would just go off out of his head.
Yeah.
But Marley understood
Yeah.
that there was just like something a little bit broken that was getting fixed without bringing into, Mummy wanted to have perky boobs again, so Dad would find me attractive, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, and it's also, and I think it just, like you said, it comes down to I was always very open with Marley about my period, for example. Like at 2, she knew what a tampon was and what my kind of my like period, like she doesn't understand the whole ins and outs of the period, but she'd be like, you know, Mummy, you've got blood on the floor again. Clean up your period. She's very educated
from a young age.
Yeah, and also so
Probably
like
not a bad
she's not
thing.
shy about it when she gets her period. Or
Yeah. Just
and
walk
she
out,
can-
Dad.
Can you get me some
I need some
tampons?
tampons.
You don't have space to be private about those things.
And
I mean, my kids are in the bloody toilet
Yeah.
with me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good luck putting a tampon in by yourself. Like, that doesn't get to happen.
Yeah. No, they're in there with you.
Yeah.
Easton used to be after I had summer, and I bled for quite a long time, so I had that postpartum hemorrhage, but he'd go, "You're still bleeding, Mummy?
Oh, do you want me to get you a nappy?
And I was like, "Oh, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yes, still bleeding.
You'll never have to experience
It's
this.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's whatever comes comfortable to every mum's going to be
Yeah.
different. I've always grown up a very open family,
Yeah.
and I want the same for my children.
Yeah. I guess it's that, that parallel of we want them to feel comfortable to do whatever makes them feel good, just like we do. But at the same time, it has to be age appropriate. I mean, Marley's 6, like you don't need to be worrying about anything like that yet, love. Like, so it's a really, we don't know what that is instilling in them. So it's just really
I
difficult.
think I told Zimmy about a period.
Yeah,
and she's 8 this year. Like, I'm probably not that long, getting a period, 11, 12.
Has she not seen like a tampon or something around?
She has. She's just never questioned me.
Yeah,
I mean, I only told her how where a baby came from, i.e. out of your vagina, like a few years ago.
Yeah.
Is that bad?
No,
I don't know. She just never asked me, and
Right.
it just never came up. And I told her, she was shocked, and she just kind of didn't ask any questions
Yeah,
after that.
shut
She was
down.
just like,
Yeah.
Talking openly to a GP regarding matters you deemed embarrassing. So I'd say being comfortable.
Yeah.
I think after having children, you need to find, or even before having children, as a woman, it's nice to find a GP you feel comfortable with.
Yeah.
Getting pap smears, getting checkups, getting your hormones checked. But I think after you have a child, everything kind of goes out the window anyway, and you're just like,
free for all.
I wrote my word as shameless because after having, I would have found certain things embarrassing to talk about pregnancy and birth and postpartum, but since I'm shameless, you've got to look after yourself. As you get older, you're exposed to what can happen a lot more, and you have to look after yourself and ask questions and follow up and
take the lead in your own health.
You do have to take the lead, actually. You can't count on anyone else to do it for you.
No.
Yeah.
I had trust in, same thing, finding a GP that you trust and someone that you get along with and that understands you. Like my GP, I only found her like 2 years ago, and we have really great discussions about like kids, and she can really understand where I'm at in life, in that life is stressful at the moment, life is busy, and she gets it. She's got kids of her own, and she can really, hear me in that side of health as well, which I find really helpful.
Someone who's an advocate for mothers and women.
Yeah, and just gets it.
And it might take a while to actually find the right GP as well.
Yeah.
Like, I'm moving interstate, and one of my first thoughts was like finding a family doctor now, finding another GP I feel comfortable with. And I guess you've got to maybe ask friends or
recommendations.
Yeah.
Because it takes a while to find someone you're comfortable with.
And it's an expensive thing going to find if you're having to go to that.
Yeah. But I also just think they see everything every single day,
Yeah, nothing's new to them.
Yeah.
No.
Vaginas, bowel movements, boobs, skin, don't be embarrassed by anything because they see it.
They see it all.
Yeah, that's their profession.
Yeah.
Your vagina probably looks really good. What is the first word you think of when you hear the importance of female friendships?
Vital.
Essential.
Survival. I literally cannot survive without my girlfriends, and I think that they are the ones that are there for you when shit really goes pear-shaped. And they get you through not only motherhood but marriage, everything. Can't survive without them.
No, I think of it as everyone says a warm embrace, but I like a really firm, warm hug, and it's like that kind of support that you feel I'm getting from my girlfriends. And I know when life has its ups and downs, they really pull through and are there in a way for you. They're like family.
Yeah, I feel like they're the ones that get you through everyday life.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a therapy session. Like if I'm having a really shit day, at home, at work. I make myself sometimes just go, sometimes I'm like, no, I can't do it. But I go make myself go have a coffee and I walk away feeling like 100 times lighter.
Yeah.
Like whether that's a laugh, a cry, a hug.
Yeah.
Like you just feel...
It's
definitely
like a pick me up. Like
Yeah.
I will call a girlfriend if I'm...
You're never going to regret it.
Yeah, if I'm down in the dumps about, even it can be such a small thing, but then you leave the conversation like, lighter, and like you can get on with your day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes the effort of actually going to a catch up or whatever can, you know, feel a bit overwhelming, and you can't be bothered, like you said. But once you get there, you're like, yes,
I needed that.
I had a laugh.
Yeah.
I had a cry. I had a
never
smile.
regret it.
Like
No.
that therapeutic laughter that your friends can give you
Yeah.
in dire times
Yeah.
is so good.
It's the laughter,
Yeah.
I think, that you go...
I mean, obviously the complete support in other ways as well,
There's
but
tears
sometimes
as well.
that laughter just is so funny and you need it.
Or a wine.
Yeah.
But I also think it's important kind of for the dads to have their time as well, like to have their time out with the boys and come back a better dad
Yeah.
or a
100%.
break, just as much as it is for us for mental health.
Yeah.
Definitely. They need to go to the pub.
Just not at Friday.
Just not
Afternoon.
at between 4 and 7 ever.
Not at bed bath time. So my fab find are these fitness Bahi equipment. I think after having children, it's just nice to have, even if it's 15 minutes at home by yourself, where the baby's asleep, just don't have to leave the house, you don't have to go to the gym.
You time.
Yeah, you time to just strengthen again.
Mm-hmm.
So, like whatever that looks like for you, just getting that strength back. I think that really helps, and also having time out and just switching off without having to leave the house, and that could just be 10-15 minutes a day. So I thought these were great.
Beautiful.
At home.
Nice.
What's your fab find?
All things skincare really. I'm still taking the Vita Glow Hairology, which is amazing. I had some severe postpartum hair loss and now I've got some beautiful regrowth that has been covered up, but it is growing back, and my nails I especially have noticed, like breastfeeding just completely leached everything out of me. So
You literally suck the life from you.
yeah.
Are they stronger and longer? Like, are they
so
growing
I've never
faster?
had nails longer than my nail
Really?
bed. So they are stronger and they are longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never thought it was possible. And then I got gifted this fun face gym ball. I used to live in London and they had a face gym there, and I had some of their amazing facials. It's really like lymphatic, and it's a workout for your face, they call it. And this one is meant to be at home, where you can sort of just like do lifts, and it's quite, I've found I get a lot of jaw tension, and doing it around here is really relaxing to relieve tension, and like it's meant to train your muscles into responding in a certain way.
So fun.
And finally, my favourite product, which I have been using for probably 18 months religiously now, is Heartwood Royal Oil. This is a girlfriend of mine's brand, and the hero product is Indian Sandalwood, which is grown up north in WA, I believe. Not only is the product, like the physical effects of it, really good and clear, bright, I find it
Hydrating.
Yeah, hydrating, but the
So
clarity
moisture.
and like glow is what I've really noticed. But the smell
Yeah, the smell.
Oh, the
is
sandalwood's
super calming,
amazing.
and you know, through periods of emotional distress and pregnancy, little sleep, this moment of like dropping a few drops into my hands, inhaling, putting it on my face, became a real ritual for me.
Got such a
And
calming
I'm not a
effect.
ritual person. I'm not really into incense and oils or anything, but I have become a little bit because of this product. And it works. It calms me. It's like my pre-bed routine. And if I do no other skincare, I put that one on, and
So
it's enough.
nice
And
and
often that's all I do, and it does its job.
I've used royal oil before.
It's
and I
beautiful.
loved
And
Kind of like you've walked out of a salon. Like you feel
Yeah.
like,
And I actually, last summer had my 2-year-old at the time had a bit of cradle cap, and I had no products or oils. So my mum was like, why don't you drop some royal oil in her hair? It cleared it up within a day or two. I could not believe it. So any mums who have got babies with
oil.
cradle cap, give it a crack.
How
It's an
did you do
expensive
it?
treatment for your babies.
Yeah.
I
expensive
literally
hair
just
treatment.
dropped it in and combed it through,
Yeah.
and then the next day when we washed her hair and
It all
brushed it
came
out,
out.
it just came out and it never came
I
back.
suppose it's a gentle way of the oil
Yeah.
just taking
Seeping
off the
in.
dry
Yeah.
skin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was beautiful.
So nice.
Yeah. How about you, Dax?
My fab find is this Biotti, what is it, a sculpting cup. I bought this about a month ago. It popped up on my Instagram, as these things do.
Oh yeah.
And basically it works as like a massage roller. So you kind of suction it, you push it down and it suctions onto your skin.
Like cupping?
Yeah, it's similar to cupping, and you
Wow.
suction it onto your thighs, and it works in a lymphatic way as well. It moves around just excess, I don't know what's in there.
Fluid.
Cells?
Fluids, yeah, your fat cells, and it helps with cellulite as well and tighten. So I've been using it on my thighs, on my bum.
How long do you reckon it takes to see some?
I feel like I've noticed a difference
Right.
In a month.
instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And-
instantly.
well, within like a week.
Yeah.
And it's kind of painful, but in a good way, because you feel like it's working,
Yeah.
it's doing
I like
something.
that.
So it's like, I feel like the first time I did it, I was like, holy crap, this is really painful. I must have a lot of fat in there. But now I've gotten used to it, and you can use it on your stomach as well,
Ooh.
which
I
I've
was
just
gonna
started
say, can you use
doing.
it in different parts of your body.
Yeah, I think it's mostly like thighs, bum, stomach. You can probably use it anywhere, I actually don't know. But it's really good. I actually love this. And it's really
Wow.
affordable as well. Like it was under $60.
Yeah.
And it's, again, it's
A
like
ventouse sculptant.
yeah,
I need to
it's
get one of those.
French
Yeah.
Australian.
Beautiful.
And it just gives you an excuse to stay in the shower a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And have a bit of you time again.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just taking that